Hey, this is Hunter Henry of the LA Chargers, and you're watching MUT Force. Bolt up, baby.
What's up, guys? It's the director and the Trumpetmonkey. No! Oh, it's just the director today, guys. The Trumpetmonkey is off and away on a business trip to New York City. I just fear not, he's here in spirit. He sent us a couple. You know what? We'll just roll one of them right here, right now. Let's go ahead and see what Trumpetmonkey is up to out in the Big Apple. Let's see. He's been sending me clips all day.
He has just arrived to his hotel room. This place is awesome!
All right, so evidently Trumpetmonkey is out having a fantastic time in New York, but we're still gonna have our episode of MUT Force this week, and just eagerly await the return of Trumpetmonkey in the next episode of MUT Force. So I guess in that case, director, what can we expect in this episode of MUT Force?
This episode of MUT Force, the director is going to break down some of the new cards that we got this week, as well as reveal our custom card art for the new NFL Draft promo, the card art that you guys requested on Twitter. All right, dudes.
Let's get into this episode of MUT Force. I think we got another clip coming in from Trumpetmonkey before we begin. Let's see what he's got to say out there in the New York City. Let's see what do you got to say there, man.
Damn, director, I'm looking for that famous building that's in all those movies. I just can't seem to find it. It's like around here somewhere. The guy said it was around here somewhere. I just don't know where it is, man. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. This place is stupid.
And the Trumpetmonkey is just off in the shenanigans land of New York City. I'm sure New York City is absolutely ravished by the Trumpetmonkey and the ridiculousness that he's brought with him from Latvia. Okay, guys, before we get going with all the content for this week, we do have a couple of things that we wanted to give shout outs about. First off, Trumpetmonkey did lose. It's been a really heavy week for a lot of guys out here in MUT Force and a lot of guys in the Madden community. MUT Force, Trumpetmonkey did lose his Mutt Cat to Mary, as seen in Lord of the Rings. Little Trump Cat, or little Mutt Cat, unfortunately did pass. So shout out to you, Trumpetmonkey, and hopefully he's up there in kitty heaven enjoying himself watching the ridiculousness down in the States right now with you in New York City. And then also big shout out to our friend of the show, friend of MUT Force, friend of me and Trumpetmonkey, MUT Guru, who unfortunately was laid off from EA this morning. We caught it on the stream for Madden Daily Drops. Really heartbreaking to see that. To me, MUT Guru was pretty much the face of Madden for a lot of people. I'm sure they would say the same thing. And a matter of fact, if you guys haven't followed me on Twitter, you haven't seen this, this is something we put together for MUT Guru. MUT Guru, very widely known among the community. So we hope that he has opportunities in the future to go out and do, you know, what it is he does. He's very well loved by the community, and he did a bang-up job, man. He was a really swell guy, and really carried Madden Daily Drops and the Ultimate Team program as we know it into the future, and changed the game forever. So MUT Guru, if you're watching, our condolences, sir, but we know you're going to kill it wherever you decide to go, and I'm sure, you know, we got, I mean, if you take a look at this tweet, it got like 383 likes. A lot of guys out there rooting for you, MUT Guru, so good luck out there, man, and the Madden community will definitely miss you. So let's get into the breakdown of this week's content. Not a lot to go over, but let's go through these cards anyway. All right, boys, speaking of farewells, Rob Gronkowski also called it a career earlier this week. Absolutely crazy. I mean, we all kind of saw it coming, but it's different when it becomes a reality. Rob Gronkowski, one of the best tight ends to ever play in the NFL. Sure, he was banged up a lot, but every single game he was on the field, he was making a huge impact for the Patriots. Now, along with his retirement, EA decided to drop a tribute card in honor of one of the greatest to ever play it, the limited edition Rob Gronkowski. Guys, I'm sure a lot of you did see the videos I posted earlier this week regarding on how to get this guy pretty much for free. It did take quite a bit of time considering, you know, how much time it took to do the house rules. If you were to win both the house rule events that came out earlier this week, you did get this guy right here. Let's actually take a look at the card live. Let's take a look here, full screen. Here we go. This is the card that you were going to get. 99 overall. I didn't power him up. You can put him into the power-up set, which is really cool. I think EA did a bang-up job this week. If you ended up doing the house rules, you got the 97 plus full ultimate legend. You got Rob Gronkowski. You got a Nat 97 plus combine card and a Nat 97 plus MVP card. So a really, really good week for rewards. EA really hit it out of the park with this one, and I think we got another transmission coming in from the Trumpetmonkey. Let's see what he's got to say out there in the Big Apple.
Director, when you told me to go to New York and ask for a tossed salad, is that what you meant, mate? Should I go in and ask for that?
Massively and severely awkward, Trumpetmonkey, but I'm hoping that you ordered the right salad. I desperately am hoping that you didn't turn into the wrong salad alley. Rob Gronkowski now in the game. Hopefully a lot of you guys did get his NAT tribute card, because that thing is going for a million plus coins at the moment. And at least by my number on my card here, we'll go to the wide one more time. I did get number 7,499 out of 5,000, so quite a few people did get this done. And then lastly, take a look at his stats there. Really, really good. I've seen some people get him up to like 95 speed. And then on the Patriots theme teams, obviously, he's closer to like 98, 99 speed. So really, really cool. And then one more thing I wanted to mention about Rob Gronkowski is that you can put the Legends Chem on Mr. Rob Gronkowski. That does, obviously, when you get 30 out of 30 chem, gives him an additional speed, which for guys like Gronk is really, really handy. Let's go ahead and move on here to additional cards that we got in the game this last week. So we did get a bunch of power-ups. I did end up adding Lamar Jackson to the squad. The Bolts hybrid team looking really, really good all of a sudden. Now, I don't like rolling out with a quarterback different than Phillip Rivers just because it feels like the theme team has collapsed a little bit. But for events like house rules, you really do want a mobile quarterback. So I like to swap them in and out. But Lamar Jackson, guys, I got to tell you, very, very good. Obviously, Pierre Desir did get a Chargers chem as well. Very, very nice. And then a lot of these guys that we've been seeing from the MVP sets, team builders, stuff like that, have continued to get power-ups in the game. Now, let's move on over to the brand new series that we got this week. Series 6 just dropped in the game, including a Path to the Draft opener for this brand new promo. Path to the Draft, aka the draft promo for Madden 19. Interestingly enough to me, I thought they would put in a promo before the draft promo, just because we still have like a month away from the draft, guys. The draft is not until the end of April. So for us to drag out the draft promo this long is a little bit ridiculous to me. Trumpetmonkey, what do you say? Trumpetmonkey's not here. So director, what do you think could have come before the Path to the Draft promo? Well, director, I'm thinking that you go back here to my Twitter. We have been dropping custom card art a lot regarding Heroes 2. Now, we did talk a little bit about Heroes 2 last week. I don't think Heroes 2 is completely abandoned at this point. It might come still later on this month, but you got to take into account that we've got an early NFL draft promo and the Easter promo that we see yearly. So maybe Heroes 2 gets pushed to May. I don't know, man, but I'm thinking we need something. We need a filler like that to help guide us into the NFL draft, because it's quite a long ways away, and I'm really shocked they decided to add it this soon. So back over to Mutthead. This is what you can expect with Series 6. Obviously, you got yourself that next tier of Madden, which is really nice. It comes with the agility and the strength, which is really great for boosting the overalls on your squad. The brand new Journey player that you can add to your squad via finishing those solos. 97 overall, Gerald McCoy. Now, I want you guys to keep an eye on this guy. A lot of people are skipping the Journey in this sense because, well, who really needs a 97 defensive tackle at this point in the game? He is really good. I'll probably do it. I still have Randall holding down the fort there at defensive tackle, but I think this guy is better. 95 tackle, 95 play rec, 95 power and block shed. Very, very good card. So I'd say it's worth doing, but why I want you guys to pay attention to this is because Gerald McCoy has recently been involved in trade talks via the Buccaneers. I'm thinking, what, they got Vita Vea over there right now all of a sudden. So Gerald McCoy could be in talks to acquire maybe some draft picks for this year. They might be wanting to move him because, I don't know, maybe he's losing a little bit of speed, a little bit of step. And I don't know, man. He could end up on any squad. There's a lot of teams out there that would be excited to add Gerald McCoy to their squad. But at the same time, we're on such a loaded draft this season that a team might end up getting a steal on Gerald McCoy because there's so many good defensive tackles in this year's draft class. So, I don't know, man. He could end up on your team, you know, by next season via trade. If not, I mean, you're looking at 97,000 worth of training points halved. So, who knows? I think he's a great starter. If you guys are going to add him to your squad, great. I think he's even worth an upgrade. I think we got another transmission coming in from the Trumpetmonkey. Trumpetmonkey, what are you up to out there in the New York City? Let's take a look.
All these Jerome Bettis cards over here. I wonder are any of them a 99 overall? What do you think, Director? Huh? 99 overall? Maybe. Maybe.
I see they have plenty of dad jokes going around out in New York City, Trumpetmonkey. Well, there you go. Jerome Bettis is lining the streets of New York City. Jordan Reed coming in as the new master for Series 6. Very solid tight end, 89 overall. A lot of guys are going to be rolling with Rob Gronkowski now that they have him in their squad via the Nat House Rules event. But if you do not have Rob Gronkowski, I think Jordan Reed is a solid option, man. 80 or 89 speed is very good. You can boost that up to what, like 93, 94 speed easily. And then theme teams of the Redskins are going to get him up to closer to 95 speed. So that's pretty good, man. 96 speed, excuse me. So add Jordan Reed. At this point in the game, though, as far as masters are concerned, it seems like maybe they should have upped it to 98. A lot of different players, a lot of different Madden players right now in this phase of MUT are looking for those 99. So to spend that many tokens for a Jordan Reed at this phase of the game, it really kind of depends on if you have a Redskins theme team or if you're really lacking at tight end. So both these cards are good, not great, but I mean, they have their place on some people's squads. A lot of different aspects of Series 6 did drop today, guys. I would highly recommend taking a look at the different sets, taking a look at the different things they're doing for Series 6. There's a lot going on with this particular series. You've got the new level. They upped the level cap to 90 with a lot of different packs and stuff that you can acquire between that journey, which is really cool. A lot of new solos. And one thing that they did just drop later on in the day that I wanted to show you guys, I actually haven't even taken a look at this myself. Let's say this Saquon Barkley never makes my squad again. So we're going to go ahead and take the chem off of this guy. And I think, if I'm correct, they are letting you guys quick sell these rookie premieres. Yep, there it is. So 18,500 training for this Saquon Barkley is what he's worth if I decide I don't want him in my squad. And you know what? At this phase of the game, Saquon, you're awesome, but I don't see him being on the Charger squad. We got LT, we got Melvin Gordon coming up, and then obviously the Le'Veon Bell. So I think, I mean, I'm just not even going to think about it. 18,500 trading. Check out your rookie premieres. If you're not using them on your squad and you don't see them on your squad in the long run, maybe just turn them into training and use them for something else. Now, let's take a look back into MUT, guys. We got a few more cards to go through. This is going to be a bit of a shorter episode of MUT Force, but I want to get into Path to the Draft, aka the Draft promo. All right, so they did drop some pretty nice cards, guys. One thing that's awesome here, Roquan Smith. I am so shocked that Roquan ended up getting the upgrade before Derwin James, but I'm sure Derwin James is on the horizon. Roquan Smith, 6'1", 92 speed, crazy stats all over the board, guys. This is a fantastic user. He's got the 91 zone, so if you wanted to run him, you know, in 3-4, put him as a non-user middle linebacker, he's going to play the zones very, very well. Very high speed. Roquan Smith, I think, is definitely worth an add. Unfortunately, he's not going to get that bump via Rookie Premier because they decided to stop it in February. They usually stop the Rookie Premier upgrades in February. So Roquan is going to stay at his 95 in your binder. So if you're wondering, oh, see, should I quick sell him right now? It's probably safe to do so if you want the training points. If you want to add this guy at his full potential, you're looking at spending some coins on him. I think these 98s are actually not as expensive as I thought they would be tonight, at least the night after the promo drop. 280,000 coins for a 98 overall is pretty good. Now, how is that going to affect the training points market at this point in MUT as well? Is pretty curious because the 97s were going for about 250,000 coins just yesterday. So we take a look at training points right now. They're at 8 training points per, 8 coins per training point, which is really good. Okay. So keep in mind on that. Tomorrow or this morning, when the new Legends drop, take a look at how much these 98s are going for as well, because they do go for a little bit more than the 97s. Next up, we got DeAndre Hopkins, wide receiver for the Texans. This dude has the MUT force factor times 20. He's always coming down with ridiculous catches off of throws that you shouldn't have thrown. He does have the speed. You're going to want to upgrade him. You're going to want to put sprinter. At this point in Madden, you're looking for all your starters to be at 99 speed. So you Texans theme teams, no problem. Everybody else, it's going to take a little bit of work. He's going to need the upgrade. He's going to need tier 3 of sprinter, and he's going to need Coach Madden on top of that. I think it's possible to get him to 99 even if you're not on a theme team, though. So very, very, very good wide receiver. In my opinion, in the entirety of the NFL currently, I would say he's the best receiver in the league. Now, we'll see what happens this upcoming year with Odell throwing it to, Baker Mayfield throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr., because I think that combo is going to sneak up on a lot of people this upcoming year. Adrian Peterson coming up next. 98 overall halfback. Trumpetmonkey and I sing the praises of Adrian Peterson every year because he is one of the best played running backs in the game. Now, what do I mean by that? Adrian Peterson has the combo of speed, of trucking, of spin, of juke. He is an absolute monster on the field. The one thing he maybe lacks on is that catching. 68 catch on this card isn't great, but it'll get the job done. You can sub in your third down running back if need be on those passing plays, but this guy is absolutely fantastic. A lot of different teams are going to be super excited that he's been added to the game via the Vikings, the Saints, and I mean, this is a fantastic running back to go out and MUT with, guys. So at 280,000 coins, I'd say he's worth a try. Halfback is so hard to invest in this year because we've all got Ricky. We've all got the theme team running backs like my LaDainian Tomlinson on the Chargers. So to veer off into a different running back doesn't happen as often as we'd like in this season. But Adrian Peterson's one of those guys that I think, you got Todd Gurley, you got Adrian Peterson, and then maybe Ricky Williams. I think Adrian Peterson is that good of a running back. Next up, this is kind of interesting. The Bruce Smith that was released today, 99 overall. This is what I was talking about a couple of months ago when I was explaining how we could possibly be getting some brand new players into the Ultimate Legend program. Okay, we did see Romanowski come in, and I expect to see more because of this example right here. Bruce Smith being a legend, he's not going to be included in the Ultimate Legend promo anymore because he ended up getting his upgrade through a different program. So Bruce Smith through the NFL draft now has his 99 overall, which means that slot in the Ultimate Legends needs to be filled by another player eventually. 99 overall, Bruce Smith, absolutely fantastic. This was actually the first legend that I added in on my team in Madden 19, and this is an absolutely fantastic edge rusher. 82 speed, does seem a little bit slow. In reality, for an end, it's pretty good. He's pretty fast. But in this year's Madden, you want a lot of speed coming off those ends, man. It's really hard to rush their quarterback with anybody, you know, under like 85 speed. You can definitely chem him up with more speed, get him a little bit of a boost there on the edge, but he's a fantastic player, guys. I would say, especially Bills theme teams. I think he was on the Skins and a couple other teams as well. Go ahead and add him. Do not fear the 82 speed on a theme team. On other teams, maybe look elsewhere to more speed, but it's really up to you. Bruce Smith, fantastic, fantastic card. What do they mean? Why would they bring Bruce Smith into this game? It says use this item to complete step. Okay, so Bruce Smith is being touted in this promo as one of the best first-round picks in the league's history. Okay, now they did release, you know, Adrian Peterson, DeAndre Hopkins, Roquan Smith as these first rounder players to go into the Bruce Smith set. I don't think that they're done. I think that we're gonna see even more players added to the first round, and maybe a second master will be added to that. We've seen that in several other promos where there's not one but two masters, and they do add other players later on in the promo. You guys got to remember, this promo just launched today. It's super early. The draft isn't for another 30 days or so. So you're gonna want to add more players as you go. Now, we do have players from other rounds that do stand out. Okay, so we're most likely going to see second rounder with a master. We're most likely going to see later rounds with a master. I don't expect to see, you know, rounds 4 or 5, you know, through 7 with their own master as well. Although there are really good players, like let's say a Tom Brady for those later rounds that could get a master, but they might bundle those up into its own late round master. So I'm expecting to see between, I don't know, 3, maybe 4 masters in this entirety of this promo, and they're going to be pretty good cards. The one thing I'm concerned about is how early this promo dropped, man. I don't know where they're going to go from here, you know, because you still got guys in the first round in recent memory like Derwin James that still need an upgrade. And if they're truly done with the first round, which I don't think they are, those kind of guys are missing out on the promo. And there's also other guys, you know, like even on the Chargers, because that's, you know, fresh in my mind, Joey Bosa in the first round that absolutely exploded. A lot of different players that do need upgrades could still be entered into this this promo here. So I don't know if the first rounders are done, man. We got some more love coming in from the Trumpet Monkey in New York. Let's see what we got. I know we got even more clips than that. What is he got going on out there in New York City? Let's take a look. All right, Trumpet Monkey. Okay. That's interesting, insightful, and we're so glad that we've been able to include you in this week's episode. Back to the MUT head. We didn't get a lot of cards this week in retrospect, though, guys. You got to realize that with this promo drop and the recent extensions of promos, the brand new currencies and all that sort of thing, that MUT is being kind of drip fed at this point in the year. And this is something that we kind of all expected. You know, they did do a really good job with the rewards and solos and stuff like that, the house rules. But as far as content is concerned, we really need to step it up a notch if we're going to be competing with other games like MLB, the show that just launched this last week. A lot of guys that have been doing Madden all year are shifting gears over to MLB for the fact that, you know, there's a fresh grind, is exciting, but there's a lack of content also in Madden. Now, are we going to see more soon? Yes, we are. We did hear on Madden Daily Drops this morning that there is something special coming Sunday. We may see it in the stream tomorrow. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure that something big is coming in the next couple of days. Okay, one thing we do have confirmed coming in the next couple of days is the legends that you guys are currently ripping packs for right now. Let's take a look at this Deion Sanders coming into the game in the morning. You guys are ripping packs for Deion. Now, Deion is a very special case because his 96 overall, I think it was his Blitz card, with easy chems, you were able to get him up to pretty much a 99 overall. I know a lot of people, they still read him as a 97 overall via the number on the top right of the card, but really, the guy's a 99 overall cornerback, dudes. The guy has reached the God tier way earlier than other corner in the game, way earlier than most other cards in the game. I think the top 2 cards that have been consistently over their overall have been Deion Sanders and Lawrence Taylor. Now, I do see this guy getting the bump on a lot of other theme teams and a lot of other teams in general because he is a very good card. He doesn't need the speed boost anymore. I mean, you could still put Sprinter on him if you're not going to be upgrading him, but you can start focusing on his other attributes when you're looking at chems. You know, you can start looking at what's going to help his press out, what's going to help, you know, the tackling, what's going to help the block shed, and really just start building him in a different mindset. I am excited for Deion Sanders. He's going to play great. He's one of the MUT Force kings in Madden Ultimate Team. But really, when it comes to upgrades and spending the kind of coin it takes to get him to a certain tier, I'm sure it's not going to be necessary to pick up the full Ultimate Legend, at least right away. So what I would say If you guys are huge fans of Deion Sanders, go ahead and pick him up. If you have the patience to maybe wait it out a little bit, wait for the next couple of weeks, and you can upgrade him as far as you can via training, especially if you got extra training from quick selling your rookie premieres. So this is a very good card, man. I mean, 98 speed, fantastic. 98 excel, fantastic. The play rec, everything's fantastic about this card. But at this point, I don't know if he's going to be worth the dollar amount because cornerbacks pretty much play the same, and he's going to be easy to upgrade to those stats anyway via chems. But very, very good card. Excited to see Deion back in the game with a beefed up card. Now, this one's exciting, man. A lot of people overlook the offensive line, and me and Trumpetmonkey all year have been telling you don't overlook the tackles, don't overlook the O-line, man. This is a fantastic card right here. Bruce Matthews. Definitely going to be one of the best centers in the entire game. I actually have his regular legend on my squad. I was anticipating an upgrade for him in the future. Now, what's great about this, guys, again, like I said with Deion Sanders, I was struggling with the Larry Allen drop a couple of weeks ago, thinking to myself, oh man, he's got 99s all over the place. I've got to get Larry Allen, the Ultimate Legend card, on my squad right away. But I refrained. I upgraded him as far as I could with training points. He's currently a 97 on my squad with chems, I believe, and he's been doing absolutely fantastic. I haven't noticed him, blowing a lot of plays. I'm expecting the same thing from this Bruce Matthews, okay? So I'm going to upgrade my Bruce Matthews as far as I can, at least his legend, and then when the Ultimate Legend drops, I'm sure he'll be able to upgrade to maybe a 96 overall, and I'll just hold on to him at that 96 for at least a couple of weeks until Bruce Matthews' price drops as well. Now, keep in mind, the price of cards are probably going to shift as we saw this morning with the brand new draft promo cards, because those 98 overalls are going for 280,000 coins. That puts every single 98 in the game at a liable, they're all liable to be going down in price as well, because obviously those guys don't quick sell for training points, but they will eventually. Bruce Matthews could definitely see like a 20, maybe 30% decrease in price in the next couple of weeks as well. So just keep that mentality through the rest of the year, guys. You don't, unless you're like one of those guys that has so many coins to blow, you don't know what to do with them. Maybe just upgrade via training points and wait for the prices to come down. I promise you, you'll feel better about yourself if you don't blow, 800K on Bruce Matthews day one. He's great, but his upgraded via training points card is also great as well. So two solid legends coming out this weekend. Bruce Matthews, funny enough, I can't believe I live in a world where I'm more excited about Bruce Matthews than I am Deion Sanders, because Deion on my team was already great for a long time, and Bruce Matthews, it'll definitely be nice to get that add to the offensive line, especially if we can get 2 red chems when you get the full Ultimate Legend on the team. All right, guys. I think it's time to wait, Trumpetmonkey. I think we've got another clip coming in. Let's take a look. What's he up to out there?
You are now in the Trumpetmonkey zone.
All right. Well, I wasn't expecting to be disturbed on such a level at this point today. Trumpetmonkey, I'm happy that you have found something to do with your time out in New York City. All right, dudes, I think it's time to kick this show up a notch. We do have custom card art. I was unsure if I wanted to do this, seeing as Trumpetmonkey was away in New York this week, but I think, it helps add a little sauce to the MUT Force this week. I did put out a tweet, guys. Let's go to the medium here earlier today about putting in your requests or custom card art in the NFL Draft promo. Now, obviously, you're going to see that Juju Smith-Schuster. That is one of the cards I photoshopped to get people hyped to participate. So a lot of these different requests, guys, are coming in from you dudes on Twitter. If you guys want to rep your team and whisper a name into my ear of which card you want made, join me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at Kiwi_filmmaker, and I pulled a lot of inspiration for all these cards in these comments. And with that, guys, let's get into the custom card art for this week. I love putting these card arts together, guys. Let's start up here. We've got a few batches to go through. First off, Aaron Rodgers. Now, again, with the NFL draft promo, we're looking at guys that were worth their draft price. At least that's what I see on the surface. And Aaron Rodgers, I believe a first-round pick, absolutely has been dominating the NFL for several years. He's got a 96 in the game right now, I believe. And I think it's time to give guys like Aaron Rodgers, the dominant quarterbacks in the NFL, an opportunity to get to 99 overall. You'll see a couple quarterbacks and a couple of players. You're like, Seach, why aren't they 99 overalls in the game right now? Well, I just think, you know, you can upgrade them. If you want a 99 overall Aaron Rodgers, go ahead and invest the coin into upgrading him and get that gold 99 overall. Aaron Rodgers, what are you going to get with this card? A little bit of speed, not as much as you'd want. I think if you're aiming towards a mobile quarterback sort of scheme, but Aaron Rodgers comes with some of the most ridiculous accuracies in the game. So if you want a little bit of speed, but solid throw on the run and solid pass attributes all over the board, Aaron Rodgers is going to be your guy. Next up, like you guys saw on the cover there, Juju Smith-Schuster. Now, Juju has been requested for a very, very, very long time to make his return into MUT with a dominant card. I think he's got like a lower 90s overall card in the game right now. I think, dudes, we got to get him the upgrade, man. He's had a fantastic start in the NFL, and he's going to be leading the Steelers this upcoming season as their #1 receiver. And I think he's up to the task, man. I don't know if he's going to have as good of a season because, you know, there's going to be more coverage on him via the absence of Antonio Brown. But Juju is just one of those guys that's been lighting the league on fire. He's been so deserving of an upgrade for the past several months. I think it's time we give him the nod. I'm pretty sure he was a second-round pick a couple of years ago, and I'm pretty sure that he would definitely be worth it in MUT specifically because, I mean, God, guys, Juju Smith-Schuster is just one of those dudes. If you want the best celebration in the game via the Dragon Ball Z, or whatever it is, this is the guy to add to your squad. Juju Smith-Schuster of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Next up, we got Jack Conklin. I did see a request for Jack Conklin in the thread, and he made it into the video. I love and respect guys that come into my threads and like, Seach, I would like an offensive tackle to get the upgrade in this promo because a lot of guys, again, like we say all the time, overlook the tackles. And in reality, if you want to run a smooth offense, you got to have guys up front to protect the quarterback and make room for the halfback. Jack Conklin, in my opinion, it's tough to go through and say, oh, I got a favorite tackle in the NFL because really tackles are an unappreciated position. So guys like Jack Conklin, when I say he's one of my favorite right tackles in the game, it means a little bit of something. That means I've noticed him playing out there, and I've noticed him in MUT, and I think he would be a fantastic add. Yeah, awesome dudes. Love it when people recommend the tackles. The forgotten and unappreciated position makes a return via the Titans right tackle. Next up, we got T.Y. Hilton, also requested in the thread. I think his highest card right now is somewhere around a 93 Team of the Week card. T.Y. had a fantastic campaign. He's had a really solid past couple of years. With Andrew Luck coming back into the fold fully healthy, I expect him to have an even better year this year. And Andrew Luck, man, I mean, you got Eric Ebron, you got T.Y. Hilton, and I don't know if I can think of very many more wide receivers that stretch the field better than T.Y. Now, this phase in the game, I get this asked a lot, actually, and me and Trumpetmonkey went into it a little bit last week. Is it almost better to have a wide receiver that maybe lacks a little bit of speed, but you can make up for that in chems? And what you lack in speed most of the time, you make up for with, you know, really good catching attributes. T.Y. Hilton's one of those guys I feel has the speed and the catching attributes just because he's such a good player in the NFL. But I wanted to ask you guys, would you rather maybe have a slower wide receiver and so that you could have higher attributes? Because a lot of guys, especially with theme teams, you're looking at like +7 speed added to any granted player on your squad. So for guys like me, Keenan Allen, really pitiful speed all year, but at the final phase of Madden, I was able to get him up to 99 speed, and what he lacked in speed, he made up for with tremendous catching stats, spectacular catch, route running. So I don't know, guys, just food for thought. But T.Y. would be a fantastic add into this year's Madden, needing an upgrade pretty desperately. It's been a minute. All right, let's move on to the next little batch right here. Cam Newton. This one's coming in from my New Zealand brother, Timma. Cam Newton. I got to say this, guys. There was, I think it was Madden 17 in the draft day promo. Cam Newton was the master for that promo, and I think to this day it's really, really close between Lamar Jackson and Cam Newton as my favorite quarterback ever used in MUT. And in Madden 17, this draft master Cam Newton was absolutely impossible to stop on the ground. He had very good throwing accuracies. I think there was thresholds in that Madden as well, so he wasn't missing a lot of passes. But when he took off on the ground, it was like trying to take down a tank. I hope that we get another Cam Newton like this, man. I've been waiting for a Cam Newton that you can roll out with, have the speed to get away, but also have the trucking, which was unique in that Madden 17 Cam Newton. Really love Cam Newton, man. He's a household name here. The wife, huge Auburn fan, so they absolutely love Cam Newton, and I've grown to become a tremendous fan of the man as well. So really cool request there, Timma. Let's move on to the next guy. Derwin James. I see this request pretty much every time I put together custom card art. I think some guys are still thinking he's going to get the Rookie Premier upgrade, which unfortunately he is not. But for guys like me, Derwin James would be a hell of an add back into the game with an upgrade. On the Chargers theme team, I think he's still rocking like 97 speed, something like that. So he's been doing just fine. But what makes Derwin James an exceptionally a great player at his position of strong safety is his height. It's somewhere, I think it's 6'3" you're getting with Derwin James. And when you add that speed with the height, the play rec, he is absolutely unstoppable back there. He's made more plays in my secondary than a lot of my 99 overall players. And keep in mind, he's still a 94 overall in this game. So Derwin James definitely needs the add, definitely needs the upgrade as well. He needs that upgrade card because I've got all his other cards right now. We're just waiting for him to drop. Okay, we got another drop, speaking of, coming in from the Trumpetmonkey. Let's see what he's up to out in the Big Apple.
I may not be the hero this city deserves, but the hero it needs. Okay, it doesn't deserve me either. Canadian Batman!
All right, Canadian Batman protecting the streets of New York City. I get it. I can see a sitcom or something out of it. All right, boys. Derwin James definitely needing the upgrade. Hopefully he does get it, man. I think Derwin James is really leaving a footprint on MUT as one of the best strong safeties to have in the game. You guys see a lot of those familiar names back there. I think Derwin James is stepping into that role specifically because of his combination of speed and height. Next up, we got Dak Prescott, another guy that gets requested pretty much every single time I do custom cards. The Cowboys really want a quarterback that they can roll out with in Madden Ultimate Team. Funny enough, I see a lot of similarities between Dak Prescott and Aaron Rodgers as far as their Madden Online play. A little bit of speed, not the greatest. I think it's faster than Aaron Rodgers, but not that much faster. But really, really good accuracies. If I remember correctly, Dak Prescott doesn't have the best throw under pressure, but he does have exceptional throw on the run, if I remember correctly. Dak Prescott, currently, I think a 93 overall card in the game. A lot of theme teams don't really have options at quarterback, and they're just rolling out there. Cam Newton and Dak Prescott certainly are examples of that. So until they get upgrades, they're kind of stuck with that quarterback in head-to-head. So, I mean, I've got Phillip Rivers on my theme team. He is slow as rocks, but he's absolutely great at throwing the ball. He's got great passing attributes. If you guys got yourself a mobile quarterback, even a little bit of a mobile quarterback on your theme team, like a Dak Prescott, they will be close to God tier once they're added via upgrade later in the season, because that speed, you got to think of that +7 speed. If he's got 83 speed and his base card, you're looking at 90 speed once you upgrade him and power him up with your team chem. Next up, Aqib Talib. Before I put the request out, I was just kind of looking at first-round picks that really stood out to me from various years. Aqib Talib actually did a first-round pick. I'm pretty sure he was drafted by the Buccaneers. That's why we decided to put the Buccaneers uni and chem on him. But this guy would fit in a lot of different theme teams. He's a little bit slow, but again, like I was saying with wide receivers, sometimes maybe at this point in Madden, it's okay to have a slower cornerback just because, you know, he makes up for it in different attributes. And you can definitely get that speed up to a higher tier via chems and theme teams. And guys like Aqib Talib, the reason I chose him is because of how many teams he's been on so far in his career and how many different teams, theme teams, would benefit from an Aqib Talib on their squad. So there you go. First round pick. He definitely worked out for the Bucs and a lot of other teams. So there you go. Aqib Talib. Let's move on, guys. I think we got one more batch to go over in these custom cards. We'll start off with one of the bigger ones. I decided to go with Ed Reed. Now, I'll be honest, it was between Ed Reed and Steve Young for me when I was putting these cards together. These guys have seen different Snow Beast upgrades throughout the year, but I'm thinking that we're going to be getting even more of these Ultimate Legend eligible players as promo masters, and Ed Reed would be fantastic. First round pick, I think somewhere around 2002, and he was so good for so long, and I think it would be great. He would definitely be the best strong safety in the game, 99 overall, just like we saw with Bruce Smith. And you guys know what you're getting at Ed Reed, man. He's going to cover the field sideline to sideline and then lay the heat on top of it, dude. Very, very, very nasty card. Ed Reed would be fantastic for both the Ravens and the Houston Texans theme team. All right, next up, we got Jalen Ramsey, another highly requested card I see every single time I put together custom card art. This guy, I think what made him so popular is because of last season. Last season, Jalen Ramsey was without a doubt the best cornerback in the game. Now, this season, maybe not as much. He did have a little bit of an off year in real life IRL NFL. And I think that it kind of came through in the Madden card as well. He's still very, very good, especially on a theme team. But I think what's going to make him special later on in the year with an upgraded card is the fact that he's a little bit taller. I think he's somewhere around 6 or 6'1". I've really been paying attention to those taller cornerbacks in the game as of late because they just add that extra threat with the extra height in coverage. They get different animations. I know you guys know that. My Pierre Desir, 6'2", has 99s all over the place. He's constantly making plays. So if you guys are looking for brand new cornerbacks, maybe to like an upgrade, you've got Dion, you know, you got the best corners in the game right now. If you're looking to take it a step further, take a look at the taller cornerbacks. I'm going to throw out a name right now that I've been seeing a lot of action from, a lot of incredible plays from, and that is Mel Blount. 6'3" cornerback, lacks a little bit in speed, boost that up with, you know, sprinter and upgrades. But the 6'3" frame, I've been seeing some ridiculous plays from. So Jalen Ramsey in that conversation. Next up, again, these highly requested cards coming in. Tom Brady can be upgraded to a 99, a gold 99 overall. Tom Brady, you know what you're getting out of Tom. I think you can really look at these, what does Gut Fox call them, statue quarterbacks, the guys that can literally not move outside the pocket because of their lack of speed. You can kind of look at them all the same way. You got your Drew Brees, your Phillip Rivers, your Tom Brady, your Ben Roethlisberger. Once they start getting to those, you know, 90, you know, those obviously the thresholds of passing attributes, but even into the 99s, they're not going to miss a lot of passes. They obviously lack speed to move around in the pocket, escape the pocket, extend plays, but they really are reliable when you're just, you know your route, you're hitting the open man, you understand the coverage. If you're one of those guys, pocket passing is definitely an okay thing to do. I forced myself to use Phillip Rivers. I mean, I love the guy, but it's no secret that mobile quarterbacks are king in this year's MUT. But I forced myself to use Phillip Rivers. I actually got really good at anticipating my routes, anticipating my wide receivers getting open, and it ultimately led to a much better play with me and Lamar Jackson when I was able to take that and add on top of it a little bit of mobile action as well. But Tom Brady, you know what you're getting out of the guy. 98 overall quarterback and one of the best to ever play the game. And I got to say, not bad card art right there. Really, really nasty. So you guys enjoy Tom Brady once he gets his upgrade. Next up, I think we're getting near the end here, boys. I think this is the last card. Melvin Gordon. Now, funny enough, before you guys bite my head off, teach why are there two Chargers? This was actually requested via the thread as well. Let's take a look at this guy, Melvin Gordon. The infamous year at some of the best running backs in the draft, Melvin Gordon, Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley, unfortunately, dealing with a bit of arthritis issues in his knee. The longevity of his career is kind of in question at this moment, but no doubt one of the best, if not the best, running back in the NFL currently. Behind him are guys like Melvin Gordon. You know, he was chosen in the first round as well, traded up to get him, the Chargers did. And Melvin Gordon consistently every year has been seeing an increase in talent and production and opportunity. I think that Anthony Lynn, head coach, is very geared towards the run, and it's translated into Melvin Gordon's career. Every single year he's been getting a little bit better. If he can stay on the field a little bit longer, he's going to be one of the more dominant halfbacks in the game. Melvin Gordon certainly does need an upgrade. His last card is a 92 or a 93 overall Team of the Week card. In my mind, if you can get the certain combo on your theme team of the run and gut, the pound the rock kind of guy, Melvin Gordon, big body, can, you know, fall forward, and then a third down running back like a LaDainian Tomlinson can catch passes, you know, stretch the field a little bit. That's the best 1-2 combo in real life NFL, and as far as I'm concerned, in Madden NFL as well. A lot of guys forget that your halfbacks get fatigued over time, folks. After 4 or 5 consecutive plays, they're going to be too tired to really make any big plays for you. You're going to want to rotate your backs a little bit. So in my case, I always, when Melvin Gordon has a high enough tier card, I always feature him as my lead and then sub in LaDainian Tomlinson to get some fresh legs on the field. That's the kind of NFL mentality you got to bring to Madden sometimes. And that, sirs, is all we have via custom card art for the NFL Draft promo. Now, there's a lot to go over with Series 6 and potential, you know, NFL Draft. Other cards coming in. I don't think we're closing the book on the NFL Draft card art quite yet. There's a lot of other guys that still need the nod. So definitely hit me up on Twitter, guys, at Kiwi_filmmaker, and then even Trumpetmonkey at Estonian_Raider. To get the news on when we're making these custom cards. And a lot of the time, guys, I'll get on the computer. I know I got a video to record in like an hour. So as soon as you see that post go live, get your prediction or get your request in, because more than likely the card is going to come out if it's a good one, if it's a decent pick. And that's going to do it for this week's episode of MUT Force. I hope you guys enjoyed, even with the lack of the Trumpetmonkey, who's currently out in New York. We definitely were able to hammer out some pretty cool custom cards and go over what's going on in MUT right now. Now, before we close, I do want to, again, send my condolences to MUT Guru and his family. I hope that he bounces back fairly soon and that he finds an opportunity where he can kill it again back in the gaming industry. Really rooting for you, man. And I'm hoping on EA's side that they really take a closer look at the guys that are running their staff and the guys that really run the game, because I feel that guys like MUT Guru are pretty much invaluable. You don't want to lose a guy like that that's really driving the community of a very profitable mode in your game. Madden Ultimate Team, it's no question, it's no secret that that game mode makes a ton of money on a weekly basis. So I think you got to retain your star players, man. Just like in the NFL, you don't want to let go of a guy that's your star player. You're going to do what you need to do, move money around to make sure those dudes stay on your team. All right. Lastly, as far as we're talking with the NFL staff, the EA staff, more content. We need more content. We need it more consistently. We need a reason to spend and get rid of and clean our binders a little bit. Give us a token set. Give us flashbacks. Give us, you know, those token sets that really help us clean out the binders. I'm about to pop at 1,500 cards, and I've got nothing to do with my my silvers and my golds. And we need more consistency. We need more cards. I know there's more to come on Sunday. I'm hoping that it's a nice batch of cards. It's nice to get these masters, and it's nice to get these high overall tier cards, you know, once or twice a week. But we really need a consistency of a lot more. There just needs to be more. There needs to be more, and there needs to be an opportunity to clean the binder. With that, guys, hope you enjoyed what you saw today. If you did, hit us up with a like and sub. Thank you so much for joining me today as the director. And as always, stay frosty.
Last chance, 4th and long, finding the will to bolt up. Bundle up, cause you know we stay frosty. I take my frosty, chocolate, vanilla, or swirl. MUT Master YouTuber, come on, let's give it a whirl. MUT Madden Twitch streamer, put the snowman to shame. Staying frosty's the only way we stay alive in this game. They're reffing the match, directors directing the game. Scared of my underdog team, you know them gods will be slain. Stay frosty.